opportunity to speak today. I know you have my written copy, so I may jump around for brevity a little bit. You know, obviously we're here, primarily about the restaurant carry. And, we all understand as handgun owners in the state of Ohio that, it's not just about in the restaurant, it's to and from the facilities. And I'd like to highlight in particular one area that I don't see talked about very much is the reliance on valet parking. As responsible Ohio handgun owners, we're responsible for our handgun at all times. And having an opportunity to go to a nicer restaurant with my spouse, for instance, just recently up in Cleveland, Little Italy, the place we want to go to, valet parking only, otherwise I have to walk 6 blocks. That's fine. Go back and I lock my car up. So obviously we have the issue of the to and from the facility I want to go to is somewhat restricted. And my ability to carry my firearm. And we're obviously feeling somewhat exposed. But likewise, when somebody says, what about using valet parking? It is irresponsible for me to hand my car and my keys over to an individual, even though my firearm is safely locked in a lockbox, where they have access to my vehicle for 1 to 2 hours. So again, the safest place for this firearm is on my person. And I think we would all agree on that. And just kind of jumping ahead a little bit, again, just touch on the whole alcohol issue. We, as my predecessor just testified ahead of us, we've already agreed that we're not handling our firearm and with alcohol. The state of Ohio has got a very strict DUI policy. Driving in Ohio is a privilege, not a right. And we recognize that, this is very similar to our responsibilities with our handguns. DUI would take away my livelihood as a truck driver, and likewise, handling my handgun is similarly would be devastating to my life. If I was charged with handling it while intoxicated or under disability. It's a great responsibility, in the state of Ohio, whether or not alcohol is involved with anything, whether or not I'm handling a circular saw, my firearm, or my 80,000-pound hazmat vehicle on the state of Ohio's roads. So I hope that we can all agree that we're trying to be responsible, we're adults, and we look at these responsibilities very deeply with deep earnest. And so hopefully I can hope that the committee will be able to approve recommending this to bill for a vote, as well as our recommendation for its passage. And thank you very much for hearing me today, and it's a pleasure having the opportunity.